another episode of Fighters Fury. This is Big Shell, and I'm with JuiceBox. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing just fine.
All right, enjoying the atmosphere.
So hype right now. Cannot wait.
Cannot wait. Okay, all right. The first time at Seasons Beans?
Yeah, no, I haven't been in the Midwest before.
Right.
I mean, driving through as a kid, but no,
right.
not for tournament.
So where are you originally from?
Oh, that's a story. I'm not from anywhere. I was born in Germany on an army base, but
Okay.
like we moved about 30 seconds after I was born, so I don't really have a hometown.
That's pretty cool. That's an awesome story.
Just moving around. Plus, I'm Puerto Rican.
Okay.
This doesn't make sense.
All right. So, how's Super is everything you appreciate or liked so far since
Super?
Vanilla? The Super.
Oh yeah. I mean, Abel got buffed. I can't complain about that, but it's a really balanced game. You know, like there's a lot of complaining going on about like tier lists and this character's dumb and that character's dumb. The game is really well balanced at this point. It's really hard to like to suck with any character.
Okay.
Except for like Hakan and Dan.
Okay. All right. How do you as far as are you originally an online player?
Oh,
Going to tournaments, or you been in tournaments for a while?
I mean, I always prefer to play offline.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, when Vanilla came out, I just said I want this to be my game, so I just practiced a lot. In Arizona, the community was big enough that I got good practice. I got to play against a bunch of good players, and once they started to dominate that community, I started to travel more.
Okay, all right. A lot of people is wondering where the dance originated from.
Came from nowhere. Came from right here.
It came from the soul, huh?
I mean, I talked about this on my podcast too, because I get a lot of emails about that.
Right.
But people just be like, "Why do you dance?" And I'm just like, "Because it's fucking fun, and the game is a cartoon." We got a big fat dude jumping at you who knows kung fu. We got a blonde guy chucking plasma from his hands. We got a dude in the Air Force who slices the air. I mean, it's ridiculous crap. It's ridiculous. It's meant to be funny. It's meant to be ridiculous. And so, like, you know, when you were a kid, you're like, okay, when you saw it on Street Fighter 2. So
right.
That's all I'm doing. I'm just emulating because it's fun and because it's just childish. It's
okay.
fun, I'm just having fun.
Speaking of which, you have a podcast. What's the name of your podcast?
The Juicy Bits Podcast.
The Juicy Bits Podcast.
VideoGaming.com.
All right, and it's very successful. I commend you on that. And how many episodes do you have?
Right now we're at 7.
Right,
It's gonna be one every week, so we're hitting episode 8 this Wednesday. I'll find some time to record it. But yeah.
Okay, we'll put the link in the video description and then have people check it out. So having a podcast and being a tournament player, do your peers look at you differently, or do they still accept you? Because they're like, oh my God, he's gonna tell our secrets on the podcast.
Well, I mean, I hope I don't get. I mean, as far as the other good players, like I don't really know if they have an opinion on me. I haven't talked to them on my podcast much. Actually, Sabin mentioned. He's like, dude, I was training somebody. I told him to listen to your podcast. Thanks a lot. So Sabin gave me that. But I mean, I don't know about anybody else. I mean, I would hope that we want to spread the knowledge, because the knowledge is evident. It's in the game. Everyone will learn it eventually if they give a crap.
Okay.
The idea is if you're a good player, you will take that knowledge and do something with it. And we want to see who the good players are, not who the best studiers are.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so I personally believe that this information should be available for everyone. It should be taught by somebody who knows what they're doing, and it should not be that difficult to go from beginner to intermediate, which all you need is some knowledge and some training mode. Intermediate to advanced is more difficult, but again, it's just more knowledge and more training mode.
Okay. Can you please explain to the beginning to intermediate Abel players to figure out how to interact Breathless correctly?
How to interrupt?
No, how to use Breathless correctly. Because,
Okay, Breathless is a couple things. One, it punishes a few things that Soulless does not. It punishes all of Honda's headbutts.
Mm-hmm.
It punishes EX Tatsu by Ryu and Akuma. It'll punish that if you block it. But the important thing is that it catches people who jump away. and it also catches people who jump towards you who didn't move, like who keeps their trip guard. And that's what's the important part, is the other thing is it catches backdashes. Now, the thing about Breathless that makes it useful is the fact that you can hold it. So you can hold it, see what they do, and then react by catching them. And then if you can't catch them, or if you feel like it's too risky, you just hit a punch, stand up, you're fine. The problem is, a lot of times it's a risk to do that. Breathless is easily interruptible by people who know what they're doing. People who know how to play the game do not get hit with Breathless much, if at all. Which is why I pick Solus in 99% of matchups. The only matchups that I pick Breathless in are the ones where the character is screwed if they're in the corner. Like, seriously, if I knock Makoto down in the corner, I'll just go to 3/4 and activate. Like, and I'll just hold it. I'll be like, do something. Because if she backdashes or jumps, she's screwed. The only thing she can do is jump or backdash at the instant I let go. Same thing with Zangief, same thing with Hakan. Like, the only thing they can do is backdash or jump at that instant. If they do it beforehand or they try to be tricky, it's not going to work.
Okay.
So, but I mean, just catch people who are jumping towards you or away from you, but know that that's risky and it won't work on professional players. Professional players will do the correct thing to avoid it, even if they jump at you to move.
Okay.
Pick Solus. Avoid the headache and pick Solus. Unless it's Honda. Honda, you should always pick Breathless because you can punish headbutts.
Okay. How do you? Let's talk about Devastation. Was that like your first major?
No, my first major was. I mean, if you don't want to count the GameStop Street Fighter 4 Vanilla tournament.
Okay.
If you don't want to count that, which is where I won the stick, by the way.
Okay.
If you don't want to count that, my first major was Evo 2009. Yeah, Evo 2009. I got 13th place.
Okay.
First I lost to UTJ, Adult Sim player who I haven't seen in a while. And then I lost to Sanford Kelly in a very close match. The funny thing is I lost by jumping into a demon, but now I know that I can beat that label. If I would have known that, maybe I would have won and got top 8 in my first major. But,
right.
You know,
Okay.
whatever. Loss to loss.
You want to explain about this year's Evo, the experience about it or anything?
It was. I came like better prepared for how many people would be there, like just the way I'd have to play at a big major like that. A few people knew who I was after the past few tournaments, and that was exciting. People shaking hands, hey, JuiceBox, just like it is here. Just the big screen was amazing, bigger than I remember. Lots of players from across the Pacific that I got to play. It was an interesting experience. They play differently, but they play the same. And so, I mean, Evo is always probably my favorite tournament.
Okay.
Partly because it's in Vegas, but mostly just because it always brings the best.
Okay. Right now we want to talk about your group, BLG. Can you elaborate a little bit about them?
Borderland Gaming. Basically, we're a group that really wants. We want all of the esports communities to like commingle. You know, like the people who play shooting games, strategy games, fighting games. We want everyone to be in the same boat. Like we're all esports. We're e-athletes. You know.
Okay.
And we think that this is the sort of thing where, you know, if it progresses big enough, it should be like the World Series of Poker. There are going to be enough people who care, enough people who play, that you should be able to, you know, have an actual contract and get paid to do this. We hope that one day we can do this for a living.
Yeah.
You know, some sponsored players may claim they can do this for a living, and you can't. You can't.
No.
You can't do this for a living. There's not enough money in it. There's not enough sponsorships and advertising and stuff like that. It's just not big enough yet. So our goal is to make it that big. That's what we want to do.
Okay. All right. You have any plans in the near future to add any roster to your fighting section? Fighting members?
Near future. Maybe, possibly, I don't know. You know, I would just say keep your eye on BLGaming.com. You know, the new news will pop up. If anything, it'll pop up. I'm sure you can too.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, Filipino Champ signing article was up on the front page of SRK earlier, and within a couple hours, there were like 100 comments.
Okay.
So.
All right. So, like I said, at tournaments we keep it, you know, to 10 minutes, and we're at the end. At the end portion of the interviews, I have what is called the shout out and run out. You shout out, you know, the people. So not the run out is the exact opposite. As far as you say what's been getting on your nerves, who's been getting on your nerves, what situation's been getting on your nerves, what's been annoying or irritating to you. So I'll let you have the court.
Alright, shout outs. Shout outs to being salty. Shout outs to Mad Cats. Boy. Shout outs to Gamerby losing to Canada.
That was awesome.
Man, I never would have expected that. I mean, shout outs to Champ, my homeboy. I don't got a lot of shout outs. My sponsor, Mike. Best dude in the world. You know what's really ticking me off?
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Rufus. But, you know, that's the plight of an Abel player. What are you gonna do?
You know, that's so funny. People say we play Rufus, you know, oh, damn Abel player.
Yeah, you know
what?
It's weird. You know what? I was playing with, like, Marn and Justin Wong and people in the rooms, and, like, they're calling me a tier whore. Like, dude, Abel's cheap.
Wait, they called you a... No.
Dude, I played all 35. I played all fucking... Well, was it 35? What was it, Vanilla? 28?
28, yeah.
28 characters?
Mm-hmm.
That was 25. They added 10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was okay. I played all 25 characters, and I'm like, I think Abel's the best. I seriously thought that. And with the 10 new characters, I'm like, still think Abel's the best. That's why I'm playing him. That's my style. You know? I'm sorry if he also happens to be good. You know?
Right.
If it can't fit my style, I'll be playing that fucker.
Speaking of last night, because you had a wild night, y'all did some casuals. Well, casuals or money matches?
Last night it ended up being casuals, and the problem was everyone said, "Yeah, Street Fighter 4, you know, Team Spooky streaming matches in my room." And the thing is, Marvel Tournament was after Team Street Fighter, so nobody came because they were watching Marvel. But the previous night, yeah, everyone who matters was in the room. We got Buck2, Combo Fiend, Mike Ross, Justin Wong, Marn, Drew Tex, like everyone was in the Red Roof Inn in my room, champ. Yeah, we did a bunch of money matches. It was awesome.
Okay, alright. Well, this has been Big Shell, and I want to thank JuiceBox for taking the time out of his busy schedule to do the interview. And we'll talk to you guys later.
No problem. Peace.